Shaune Clarke from Nova Scotia, Canada, and I'm really, really happy to be here. This guy, as I said earlier, is the real deal. Ross, you are the real deal. I believe one of the reasons that people join RIBI is that they sense that you are honest, sincere, and that you really do care about them. And that sounds cliche, but I believe it's really true. I've certainly felt it myself from you. Now, my first question to you is, why did you start RIBI? I'm guessing you saw some hole in the market, you saw people who were being served but not properly. What prompted you to start RIBI?
Shaune, long story, I'll keep it brief.
Yeah.
I was actually engaged by a competitor in the industry to provide consultancy training and coaching training. And I actually spent 2 years providing that service as an independent consultant and sales trainer to one of my now competitors.
Current competitor?
Current competitor.
No kidding, okay.
Yeah. After a couple of years, I had a couple of morality and ethical issues with the company I was providing the services to. I'd had an opportunity from the inside to look at the industry, so I determined that I could provide better service, better programs, better systems and better methodology by going out and sourcing my own and creating my own brand. And I was able to do that by sourcing some very interesting programs, very interesting packages, and putting it together under the Results in Business Institute banner to provide my licensees with a whole range of business growth packages, specially built for the small business community.
Well, that's quite a mouthful, Ross. Tell me this, when you say better than, systems that were better than, give me an example of that. I mean, let's cut to the chase here. If I'm a licensee, potential licensee watching this, tell me what your real deal is. Tell me what it is that I can expect to get better from you.
Well, Shaune, I think it starts from our original and basic business management program, which allows our licensees to sit with a potential client and analyse 15 aspects of their business, including the business principle, the sales, the marketing, the advertising, the administration, the productivity, the manufacturing, the importing, the funding, the legal issues of their business in some depth to work out where the leakage might be occurring in such a business. If
I can interject there, Ross, you said a whole list of things, including funding, legalities, did you say distribution? It seemed like everything is covered, because I was thinking this was a bit of a marketing consulting, but this is broad spectrum business consulting. Tell me how you define that.
It is we teach our licensees to be consultants or coaches. Some actually operate in both aspects of business. Yeah. And we give them systems and methodology to analyse a small business. The term I use is leakage, Shaune.
Leakage.
It is my genuine belief that nearly every small business in Australia and New Zealand, quite probably the world, is leaking at least $100 a day through not having structural systems implemented throughout their business.
And as a licensee, I am trained as to how to examine that in all manner of ways and find the leakage.
You got it. You got it. And we do that through our original business management system. Beneath that business management system, we then have an individual product or program for each of those areas I just mentioned. So we have, for example, the top online sales training program available in Australia, the Top Gun sales training program. We have an online business mastery program to help a new small business put its strategic plan together, the marketing plan, the business plan, done online and coached online by our licensee. Shaune, we have the world's leading copywriter, a guy called Shaune Clarke from Nova Scotia, Canada. Do you know him?
Yeah.
Shaune provides all of our copywriting methodology to new licensees. The DIY program, comprehensive training program, and we even offer to our licensees, Shaune, your one-on-one coaching program so that they may become better copywriters to offer that service to their licensees.
It really is a broad spectrum. When you said business management system, is that the term you used?
That's the term I use.
You could define that for me. I mean, that's a pretty broad term. Define it for me.
Well, our business management system is a 6-module package that, through a checklist question and answer program, allows our licensee or our consultant or coach to sit with the small business and The total number of questions in our system is 1,172 questions that we can ask a small business to determine where the leakage is.
Wow.
And we might only need a couple of negatives in that whole range of questions to be able to go, there's where you're leaking $100 a day. Let me show you how we're going to fix it.
Am I asking every business owner all 1,100 questions?
If the business owner takes you on as a 12-month consultancy and coaching package, yeah, at the end of the 12 months you will have asked them every question.
Ross, am I right about this? Is there nothing like this?
We believe it's unique, Shaune. We start with, before we even get to that, Shaune, we start by giving them a 60-page business diagnostic form.
Business diagnostic form?
Yeah. We believe, look, prognosis without diagnosis is malpractice, Shaune.
Yeah.
If you went to a doctor and you said, I've got a pain in my tummy, and the doctor said, oh, that's fine, we'll just cut your stomach out, you'd be feeling pretty ill.
Yeah.
And that's what happens when we go to small businesses. We know they've got problems. We need to diagnose exactly what their problems are so that we know what areas we've got to fix. We don't just go in and say, oh, you've got problems, we're going to cut your stomach out. We go in and, just like the doctor probes and pushes and finds the pain, we go to the small business and find the pain.
So tell me, Ross, I'm going to be interviewing licensees of yours. I'm really going to dig into what's going on for them as RIBI licensees. But I want to ask you, when I become a licensee, I'm watching now, what can I expect? What are you going to give me? And then what happens when you give it to me? What am I going to do with it? And I want to make money. What's going to happen in terms of my income?
We set our licensees up as independent small business coaches and consultants, Shaune, and we use what we believe to be the best systems available from around the world in all the areas that a small business needs to know about.
Yes.
Licensees come to us from all walks of life. We've got ex-accountants, ex-lawyers, we've got ex-school teachers, we've got young and old. You just met some of the licensees. We've got licensees from early 20s through to the oldest licensee in it, which is a 74-year-old.
Wow.
Ex-corporate consultant, retired at 70, got bored after 2 years and bought our license to continue consulting part-time using some great small business tools.
I see.
So we've got a whole spectrum. What they get, Shaune, is we provide the whole package. They get, firstly, a great set of tools featuring our business management system, your copywriting program, the Top Gun Sales Academy program, our online business mastery program, and a number of other programs. The reason the licensees you're interviewing are in town is we're training them on a new coaching program, which is our latest introduction to all licensees, and will be included in future new licensees packages. I guess that licensees come to us for different reasons, Shaune. Some come looking for lifestyle. Like we've got a wave of the baby boomer that's got the kids through school, got the kids through uni, got the mortgage paid off, wants to slow down a bit, maybe wants to play golf one day a week, and just work around that. To the young corporate guy that's a bit sick of corporate politics, still needs the big income because he's still got to put the kids through school and pay the mortgage. So we appeal to a whole spectrum of people, and we believe we offer the flexibility to pretty well within reason provide them with what they want. If they want to make part-time income and you know, make themselves 40 or 50 grand a year part-time, our licence comfortably allows them to do that. If they're still driven and they still want to work 60-hour weeks and go hard, then our licence can take them to the other end of that and offer them, you know, probably $300,000-400,000 a year income without any residual and without any leverage. We've got other methods of introducing leverage for those that want to work even harder and go beyond that.
The potential here is $300,000 or $400,000 a year.
Probably limited by time of a one-man band, Shaune. Yeah.
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 Huh. So, give me an example. You mentioned school teacher, ex-corporate. Give me one case study, if you will. Somebody, let's say, who's had